Oh, well, this should be interesting. Right, so this is one of the first videos I've made in a million years, so I thought I'd have a look at this question. And you'll have to bear with me. Let's do this. That's an eraser. I don't want an eraser. Is that an eraser? Oh no, it's a bizarre pen. Right, let's see if we can change it to something a little bit like me, thinner. Oh, there we go. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, so let's go back over here. Let's undo all that, and should we pick a nice colour? Let's pick red for the keywords. Okay, so a sketch of this thing here. Y equals x squared plus cx plus d is shown. The turning point, and now this is a key word, a turning point is 3, 5, and nicely they've also given it in the diagram. Work out the values of c and d. Well, what this thing is really asking you, and the clue here is turning point. And there's two ways of finding a turning point, and one of them is by completing the square. So for example, over on this side here, if I had an equation given to me and I'd complete in the square, and I'd got x minus 5 squared plus 3, that's plus 10. Now what this will tell me, now this has got nothing to do with this question, but this is just more me thinking. Now what this will tell me is that my turning point, my minimum and max, depending on the curve and the quadratic equation given, the turning point would be, the coordinates of it would be, I don't want to try the touch screen, coordinates would be, for my y-axis it's dead simple. For my y-axis this is 10, for my y-axis is 10, and for my x-axis it's, well, you take the minus 5 and you flip the sign so it becomes a positive. It's a positive 5. So you've got to kind of know that. So when it comes to this question, this is as hard as it looks. I think it's an easy gift because we now work backwards. Well, we know, I'm going back to my mouse because I don't like using my fat fingers. We know for this question the turning point is 3 and 5. So working backwards, we would have had, so let's change colour. Let's change colour because I think I'm going to go for pretty blue. So if we look at what we would have got if we complete the square with these coordinates 3 and 5, we would have got in brackets x minus 3, because you changed the sign, you'd flipped it from a minus 3 to a plus 3, and that would have been squared, and the outside you would have had a plus 5. So for me, what I'm really doing is I'm expanding my x minus 3, and over here we'll expand x minus 3. And there's many different ways of doing it, so I'll show you an unusual way of doing it, not the FOIL method. So I quite like using the grid method nowadays because you get to expand triple brackets in the new spec, and this kind of helps expanding triple brackets. Some people still use FOIL, I don't. So I've put it over here, so we've got x squared, x times x squared. Here will be minus 3x because minus 3 times x, or x times minus 3 will give me minus 3x. And here we've got the same thing, minus 3x. And over in the corner we've got minus 3 times minus 3, which is 9. And when we collect all our terms, we've only got 1x squared, so that's x squared. And we've only got 9, that's the only number we've got, a 9. And it's a positive 9. And we've got minus 3x, which is minus 6x. So that there is the x minus 3 squared expanded. So I'm just going to write my answer underneath here, minus 6x. And this is a plus 9. Or plus 9 at the end. So now I'm going to change my colour, just so you can see the next step. I'm going to go to, let's go for pretty purple. So this is this bracket expanded. And what I'm left with is a plus 5, so I'll put a plus 5 over here. So now, if I now again simplify it, I've got x squared, minus 6x, plus 9, add 5, 9 and 5 is 14. So now coming back to the question over here, it says it wants the value for c. Our value for c, and let's underline it in pink, here's my value for c, and that's the number after my x squared, my coefficient of x, call it what you want, is minus 6. D is over here, and this is D, D, the number at the end there is D, and that would be 14. Whee! I'm done. I'm like really done. Okay, that's it. That's that question answered.